Hi, this is Sandeep here. Okay, so we're going to be talking about Kundalini and Chakra Dhyana, which is a very serious practice. I will start in a poetic or a semi-poetic form to tell you about my journey. Well, here it goes. Where do I begin? The love story of my love. Where do I begin? The stillness which you see, I earned it over 4 decades. The transcendental dive came to my doorstep. I accepted it with open arms. 2 years down the line, I saw the folly. And this time, I accepted it with open heart, open and vulnerable. I had not an idea of what was in store. Romancing with myself, I had set on a journey. The starting point was confounding to my own self. The destination so obscure. It started with a few minutes to an hour. The hour transformed to hours, from hours to days, while I sat all by myself, experimenting all possibilities. At times, it was a simple chant, chant to sleep, sleep to chant. As hours turned to days, no food, no water for 18 to 24 hours at a stretch. The atoms and the molecules played games within. Chant to sleep, sleep to chant. Then went on for hours, from hours to days, of just being. No one told me what to do or how to do, yet I did what I felt like doing. And I did and did. Waves of bliss and happiness unfurled. Addicted it was. I waited and waited for it to happen again, but it never came. Yet it came unexpectedly when I did not try to replicate. Yes, the teacher within taught me, in its own silent ways, bliss to sleep, sleep to bliss. By now, I had decided to do something big, and I did. Hours to days, days to days, the chant, the being. It went on and on and on. And suddenly, the entire body shook. The shudder shocked my composer. For the first time, I knew fear. One more time and I was dead. That's how badly it shook my being. I lay on bed, all alone, past midnight. Got up and opened the door and peeped out. I was looking for anyone, just anyone. I needed to talk to someone. I had to tell someone. I did not know what was happening. But that night there was none. Sandeep Bendre's door was opposite mine. I slightly knocked at his door, but no response. I quietly retracted my steps. Switching off the light bulb, changed the decision and switched it on again. Lay in bed, eyes wide open, and slept with eyes open till the eyelids dropped on its own. I got up the next morning. Was it a dream or a reality? I was dazed and wondering. Soon, a knock at the door, one of Bhushan and the other of Satya. I vomited it all out to them. They had no clue. Soon enough, was back to the room. Was a habitual meditator. Sat up in bed, resting my back against the pillow, shut my eyes, and the chant and the being followed. Minutes to hours, hours to hours. It was by midnight. The wave moved from the bottom of my spine and curled like a snake. I felt I had transformed into a snake. The tingling sensation turned to vibration. The vibration went right to the head, and the head shook within. The head was vibrating within, and I did not have a clue what to do. I wanted to open my eyes but could not. I wanted to move, but the body got rigid. I wanted to speak but could not. I was filled with fear and confusion. The vibrations shook my jaw, and the teeth cluttering followed. What the hell had I done? What had I got into? Why? A lot more happened that night. I shudder to even recount it even today. I saw my body in bed nearly every night while I floated to the ceiling. Those who do not believe in out-of-body experiences have no clue. Leaving the body was the least of concerns. Such were the experiences. All this was too scary. I felt that I will lose my head if I go on like this way. I was seeking for help and guidance, but to no avail. Everyone around seemed to be clueless. As a last resort, I picked up some coins and made my way to the bus, heading through Sringeri Mutt. Walked to the mutt as if in a trance. I saw meditators sitting in different meditative postures, but their eyes were shut. I tiptoed to the stairs and was greeted with a boy who was sweeping the floor. I asked him, "Shankaracharya ji kidhar hain?" He did not speak a word and indicated to the room up there. I walked up quietly, not to disturb the meditators, entered the room and knocked at the door. There were two rooms. From the second room came a voice. I felt he told me to enter and sit down. I went in and sat on the bed of a wooden plank with a white bed sheets. I waited. The Shankaracharya of Sringeri Mutt entered the room. He was towering with his stature. I got up. I did not know what to do. The safest way was to touch his feet, and I did. We settled down. He spoke to me as a matter-of-fact kind. No pretense. He was calm and composed and not in a hurry. He did not seem to be confused due to my unannounced visit. We conversed in English language. He started, "Yes, tell me." And I cried like a baby for a few minutes. And then I told him everything. He heard everything with no interruption. I let my heart out and looked for a response. He said, "You're lucky." I felt good hearing that. Then he said, "Niyam." I waited for more, but he stood up, gave me a tap on my head, and I knew it was time for me to leave. He just kept smiling. I left the room. I turned back just to see. He was still standing at the door, smiling, and said, "Niyam," again. It's been 37 years since then. Niyam is all I need to follow. Lots followed over my lifetime. Hopefully, I will be able to write it all down. As of now, I decided to embark on talking about the Kundalini and the Chakras, the jargon which I picked up while reading books, so as to try to understand what all I went through. And to my utter surprise, all that I went through is documented by those who walked this path. And they all warned that do not tread this path, it is dangerous. I'm still exploring. With Niyam, I want to record the knowledge and the practices which I have gained or done, with an aim to help others who may have been in the same state in which I was in 37 years ago, or for those who may embark on this journey. But there's a warning here. This is a dangerous exercise. So you may decide to just pick up the jargon and the knowledge for the sake of it, or take a plunge into the practice of Kundalini Tantra with Niyam. Since this is a serious business, I recommend that communicate with me if you have some experiences such as mine while you do the practices. Love, light and peace.